Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am coming this time with a new video, and this week was super different because you're not gonna see any desserts. This time we had a savory week, which means we were working with savory food, so no sugar, no sweets this time, which was definitely an experience for us pastry students, but we managed. And from the beginning I'm gonna tell you, the food that we made, it's not on the culinary level. It was so funny when we had to work with raw fish or raw meat in general. For me, I don't mind because I used to cook at home, but some of my friends, they are mostly focused on pastry, so they cannot even look at the raw meat. So that was a bit funny, but I support and I totally understand. We made some basic recipes, and these were the recipes that you can usually find also in a boutique. So for example, we made quiche or mini pizza or bagels, wraps, tortillas. We also made mini pizzas. They were a bit different. I wouldn't consider it as a great pizza, also because we didn't have a special equipment to make like a proper good pizza, but flavor wise it was a good product. Most of the raw ingredients were already prepared for us, like fish or meat, octopus, even like chicken. We didn't have to prepare it, which I know culinary students they do, but for us we already had everything prepared, so we just had to cut it, cook it, bake it, season, and that's it. Fun fact, as we had 1 week of savory food, culinary students, they also have 1 week of pastry. What we all realize, what is different, is that in pastry you really need to follow the recipe. You need to be strict to the quantities and the temperatures, while in culinary, when you cook, you don't need to follow exactly the recipe, you go more with the flow. For example, all of us, we received equipment from the school and all our tools, and for pastry student it's normal that we all receive a scale, but culinary students, they don't, because they don't really need it. They don't use it on a daily basis. When they need to scale something, they just eyeball or they follow the intuition and the taste, which totally makes sense. Like when you prepare a dish, you can use seasoning as you prefer, but for example for us, for pastry, when you add sugar, it also changes not only the taste but also the texture. So if you decide to change some quantities, the final product is not gonna be the same, and it's not only flavor wise but also the texture wise. As I told you before, we made bagels, and being honest with you guys, I'm a huge fan of bagels. I've tried traditional, the best bagels in New York, and being honest with you guys, these, oh my goodness, these were the best bagels in my entire life I've ever had. And since then I've tried so many bagels from so many different places in different countries. Nothing equals the bagel that I've had in New York. Also, one time I made bagels by myself at home, but it wasn't the same. And for example, here in my school, and following the recipe from our school, we didn't supposed to boil the dough before bake it in the oven, in the water, in the hot water. And usually you need to do that, so your bagel is nice and moist and soft, not dry. So we asked our chef if we can do that to try the recipe, and we did. Not all of them, just I think 2 or 3, and for me they were much better. It's not necessary, but it makes such a difference. Still, we didn't reach this point of New York's bagels.
Now we are going to cut lardon for the quiche Lorraine. Here you have The pig skin, it's beautiful.
Professional Mary. Wait, my glasses. Look. Look. We made quiche as well, and this quiche we also had on our next exam. I would love to kinda do more of savory. It's very interesting and I would love to learn more, but it's not something that I would do for life, if you know what I mean. Being honest with you guys, I'm a huge fan of seafood and I love fish, especially recently. And the bagels with cream cheese and salmon, that was the first time I was making tortillas. I know it's not that hard and people usually make it at home, like tortillas or pita bread as well, but personally, I've never made that, so I was actually very happy and excited to see how's it like. This, I'm sorry guys, but I cannot pronounce the name of this thing. It's super French, it's super popular, and inside we added chicken, octopus, and beef, I guess, and some spices and lobster broth. But it wasn't my favorite and most of the people didn't really like it, so but it's super expensive though. We also made croque monsieur, which is a French toast with bechamel sauce, ham inside, and cheese. Like, you can see all the recipe that we made this week. These are French classic. It's nothing very advanced, especially compared to the desserts that we are making. It was just to get the concept of the classic French savory dishes, food that you can get also in bakeries, boutiques in general. So that was a very interesting week. It was so different than all of the weeks that we've had so far. I was super excited for this, but after a week I can tell you that I think it's enough for me. I really enjoyed this week. It was so fun and I really hope you enjoyed the vlog as well. And I hope I will see you very soon.